today, gentlemen, 27-24. Victory in double overtime over McKendree. You guys get your first NCAA Division II win. Sparky, talk about the team and their effort here today.
You know, it's a culmination of, their hard work since August 4th. We knew that going into the GLIAC, it was going to be extremely tough. Going into the NCAA, it was going to be extremely tough. The guys understood from day one that winning at this level is going to be tough, and all respect goes out to the teams that's competed and played at this level. So we've never overlooked any opponents, and we knew it was going to be tough. And it's just been growing pains for us, and we knew it was going to be a process to get through in order to get a victory. And I thought today was just another part of maturity and growth.
Haiden gets his first career start. He saw some action against Saginaw Valley. What did you see in him to put him into that starting quarterback role today?
Well, we've talked to Haiden, and he hasn't been your typical number 4. Okay, we've made sure that we got him reps in practice because typically you don't allow number 4s to get reps. Okay, we've slowly but surely brought Haiden along. He's a student of the game. He's always coming to work every day with a smile on his face, and he just works his tail off. We knew that Haiden had this in him, but at the same time, we wanted to get him used to what we were doing offensively. At the same time, with this offense, our quarterback, has to be put in position to be prepared to run the football. And Hayden's not the biggest guy. He'll tell you that. He's smart. He's athletic. He's gutsy. So we didn't want to put him in position to take too many shots. But at the same time, I told the staff, I said, hey, look, I'm ready to take the training wheels off of Haiden. I think we need to give him his shot. I think he's ready for it. So we threw him in last week. And I actually wanted to go with him a little longer, but I saw him take a couple shots in that game. We were having some line issues, so I thought it was best to get him out of the game and let some guys continue to play that's been in the trenches, So I think getting him that shot early in that game last week had a lot to do with him being a little more comfortable in this environment today.
And for you, your first career start, it's homecoming. You guys really exploded offensively, 538 yards. Something we haven't seen yet this year is just an offensive explosion. How does it feel to be on the winning end and to come through like you did?
Best feeling in the world. Obviously, we've lost 6 straight, some close, some not, but we knew we could do this. We had a great week of practice, starting with Tuesday, came out strong, and we knew we had this challenge right ahead of us, and we got it done finally.
Can you talk about that first touchdown pass for you? You actually converted a long pass to keep that drive alive, but how much does that just let you sit in and concentrate and then just kind of settle down a little bit by throwing that nice ball on the sideline to Durante Powers?
Big momentum booster for me especially, but as a team we haven't gone up that early yet, and that was a huge boost for us. We've practiced that play in practice all the time and knew your keys. Durante ran a great route, ran hard, didn't look back, and it was a great way to start the game.
What you guys see maybe in film leading this week to see that you guys could really get the edge? You guys really ran the jet sweep really well, and even just handing the ball off, you did a really good job of getting to the edge and getting to the outside and churning up a ton of rushing yards. Finished the game with 386, and I think as a team up until this point, 460 yards. So what did you guys see in practice this week or in film that thought that you could get the edge?
We have great speed from both of our slot receivers that we use. Our outside blockers have been putting in work and getting better and better. We've been working on new technique to block and get the edge, and we saw an advantage in film, and we exploited it.
And Coach, talk about the second half a little bit. You guys come out in that third quarter and had the ball for 13 of the 15 minutes. How important is that to sustain drives and keep that defense rested?
Well, one of the things we talked about, we've been an offense, in progress. We came out in the second half. First half, we huddled the entire half. And the second half, if you notice, we opened up with no huddle. We figured they would go in and, come in and adjust, and they did. But I felt like if we came out in the second half and we got into our no huddle, in which Hayden's been running all week, he was flawless. We had a couple mesh issues there, but we really felt like if we get into our no huddle system there, we can kind of dictate the pace of the game a little better. So having the ball that long, early in the year we did it against Northern Michigan a little bit, where we had the ball like 12 minutes or 13 minutes, in a quarter. We have the ability to get to the perimeter, and we got a couple more kids healthy too. This is the healthiest this team has been, all year. So it was exciting to see the guys put it together because, human nature, you're 0-6. The defense has been playing well all year for us for the most part. And so when you have 2 goose eggs the last couple of weeks the way we did, we just told the guys, just hold strong, help us on this way. And then obviously, this guy, doing what he did today was just, it was awesome. I'm pretty tough on my quarterbacks, and he just takes it, goes in one ear out the other, and he goes out and performs, and hats goes off. His teammates, they love him. He's one of the favorites in the locker room, and when you win your locker room over that way, they'll play hard for you.
You guys go into overtime, torrential downpour for the most part of that overtime, and for most of the game for that matter. But you had a couple field goals blocked, but you turned to Jared McGuire, and he comes through with the clutch 41-yard field goal.
Yeah, it was interesting because, even before that, there was 2.5 minutes left, ball in midfield, and it was 4th and a half a yard, and we decided to go for it. And we have our number 2 snapper out there. And if you guys remember early in that game, we had one that was snapped on the ground, and they got a block, or it was, we had issues. So I didn't want to put that kid, Mitchell, in that situation again. So I wanted to put the ball in Hayden's hand, and I think we're just a little short on that 4th down run. But I had faith in the defense that they could come out. So they kind of bailed us out, in that 4th down play. And then, we got 2 really good kickers here. McGuire gets the ball up a lot quicker than Castro. Castro's he's our kicker. But when it comes to getting the ball up quick, it had more to do with our line than it did the kicker, actually, because we felt like we're getting a little penetration. So I felt like if we go with the guy that could get it up a lot sooner, we'll probably have a little more better chance at success.
Now you guys move on into GLIAC play again next week with the trip to Northwood. How does this build momentum for that trip to Midland?
Well, just winning. And I talked to you before where, it was time for this team, and we talked about it this week about, just go get a W. Find a way. That was the theme this week. Find a way to get a win. We just played a really good football team. They played for first place last week against University of Indianapolis, which beat Grand Valley. So our kids knew that this was going to be one hell of a ball game. They knew what we were facing. So my hat goes off to them. I told the guys, I said, look, we're not going to face anything that we haven't seen this year. I said, let's get that straight. So now that these kids are getting an understanding of what's out there, let's just hope we can keep this thing going because we're going to need this going into this week against a really, really good Northwood team.
All right, thanks, guys.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Hayden, good job, brother.